Dave Palumbo standing here with Chris, the technician Aceto for RxMuscle.com. We're here going to do a final wrap-up on a couple of divisions, Chris. Men's Physique just let out Jeremy Buendia defending the men's physique title. You know, Sadiq Hadzovic and Jason Poston were considered serious challenges this year. Jeremy brought it today better than anyone expected. This guy was full. This guy was hard. He had a great tan. And you know what? He deserved the win today.
Listen, this guy is, he's unreal. The look he brought today, you know, there was such a sharp distinction. He looks like a good-looking guy, like they all are. Sorry, George Farah, but I'm just commenting in a non-homosexual way.
Non-homosexual way, yeah.
But no, he's a great-looking guy. He is more relaxed on stage and more competitive. I hate saying that. He's aggressive.
He's like a Flex Lewis on stage.
No, he's like a fucking Phil Heath on stage. And, you know, he's got, I think, the quintessential, like, blown-up beach body. It's, like, perfect. You know,
he owned the stage, and you know what? Sadiq is very intimidating, so are Jason, because they're so fluid on stage, and he came out there like a freaking fire plug, you know, not taking any prisoners. He's like, you know what, I own this stage, I'm Mr. Olympia, and I'm not losing. And you know what? He won me over. I had him first all the way.
He won me over in this way. He really was aggressive you can be in a men's physique contest without being Phil Heath arrogant. And you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
he was
confident.
It was a very genuine, guttural feel about, I'm so happy to be here and I'm defending my title. I was really, really impressed with him because Sadiq is my favorite. He's my favorite, you know,
I agree.
Bodybuilding.
Yes. You know.
I think what happens here for Sadiq is, for me, he transitions into classical bodybuilding, which you're not supposed to have, but they are having due to you.
Yeah.
No, but
classic physique is Sadiq all written all over that, and Jason Poston for that matter.
It's very odd that Sadiq has like more muscle. I mean, I would prefer Sadiq's physique in the gym. For sure, I would say I want to look like you, but on stage, Jeremy has something. You know, the package that...
You love the pecs. It's the pecs that do it.
Yeah, it does. And they're not overdeveloped, and the torso's the right length.
I got to say something about Sadiq's tan. His tan has been very weirdly colored the last couple times.
Too light.
It's not... Jeremy had that rich tan.
Perfect. And I know I know Hanny Rambard, who's here smashing George Farah at the Guru Summit today, trains him and Phil Heath, which is odd because Phil's tan last night looked like my shirt.
Yeah,
and Jeremy has the best, you know.
Hani's not, in his defense, he's not putting the tan on.
Yeah, but you got guys like fans of Lee Thompson, like Sean Ray, who would say it's your responsibility for him to sneeze properly.
Oh, you're right. Well, you know what? Look, Sadiq looked fantastic, and with in any other lineup without Jeremy here, he's obviously going home the champ.
Yeah.
I think you're right. He goes to classic physique, and he will be the champ next year. I actually told him that in the gym the other day. I said, even if you win the Olympia, you should still go to the classic physique. Jason Poston too, because Poston finishes third here. He's also really good, but once again, he's a guy that looks better when he opens up and hits shots.
Jason Poston is just, you know, he's running up against Sadiq and Jeremy, and it just feels like he's going to be stuck in third. And you know, so you either, you know, you remain stuck in third, or you transition into men's physique. And after seeing women's physique, which we'll get to, men's physique, by the way, is going to blow the roof off. They'll have 150 competitors next year.
Classic physique.
Classic physique.
Let's talk about women's physique. Juliana Malacarni defending the title, and it wasn't an easy win for her because Kira Newman in second place pushed her as well as some of the other girls. Let's talk about Juliana. What won it for her?
She's established the previous winner. That's one. I think that helped her. You know, leg, quote, mass on the side. Part of prejudging, I thought she looked a little boxy compared to, you know, the girls who got second and third.
She moves well. When she's moving, I think Juliana's at her best, and that's what won it for her. She's also reigning Miss Olympia. You really can't take the title away from the girl who shows up in the best shape of her life. But I will say one thing, and I said this in my play-by-play. Kira Newman is for real. She's the future of women's physique. I think she'll win the Olympia a few times when Juliana retires. This girl has got it all. She's beautiful. She's got great shape. Her conditioning is good, and she moves well on stage.
She's phenomenal. The minute I saw her next to Juliana, I could make the argument, and I hate this word, make the argument, I felt that she could win. I think that Juliana might have a little bit more leg mass and delt mass, and that just gave her a slight edge. I hate to use the cute factor too because Juliana's beautiful, but this girl in second is a knockout too.
Knockout, and you know what?
She looks like she's 19.
I think if this wasn't her first Olympia, it could have been even a different decision, but I think it was that close. She's that good, and I think moving into next year, it's going to be, if Juliana's still there, it's going to be a big challenge. But you know what? Tyson Coppin, who we thought was a lock for second, had to settle for third here, and she was really good too.
She was really good. I think she needs to come down, get a little bit leaner to be able to challenge for second. And you just can't, float in on structure, even though she was in good shape. It's the Olympia, and we all know these athletes, all the divisions, they pull rabbits out of their hats and come in these conditions that, I've been around 30 years and I say, wow, how do they do that? Really?
Danny Reardon, who finishes in fourth, Little Monster they call her. I mean, maybe the best conditioned girl on stage. Super cute. She's short, but she packs a lot of punch, and man, I loved her routine. I said it right in my play-by-play. The top 5 girls, top 6 girls were the quintessential perfect poster children for the women's physique division. They shouldn't get bigger, they shouldn't get harder, and Danny Reardon is another great example of this division.
It's sick how your mind thinks like my mind. I thought that with the top 5, this was the best top 5. It speaks to
in the history of women's physique.
History. Anyone who goes into a gym, someone who's fat, a female who's overweight, a female who's skinny, a female who's already an athlete, can look at any of these girls and say, I want to look like that. And that's where you build the future.
Another great competitor, Autumn Swanson, who finished in the 5th position. I loved her. She's gorgeous. She's got a small waist. Her tan was good. Her presentation was good. She came from the pro fitness division. The top 5 spectacular. Mindy O'Brien finishing out that top 6 had a tremendous routine. She was, she came from fitness as well. She was doing some crazy flips. I love watching women's physique. It's, to me, one of my favorite divisions of all the women's divisions, and I think it's got a great future because they're really picking the right girls now. Let's talk about fitness from last night. Oksana Grishina wins again, 2-time Miss Olympia. Another floor jaw-dropping routine on her. I mean, this girl's going to win for 5 more years at least. No one's close.
It's a dynasty. It's there's a routine. There's an. I'm not comparing it to Michael Jackson in any way, shape, or form, but we know there's performers in the world and people who know how to get on stage, and even if you're not interested in the sport, get you excited about a routine. And I'm not really that excited about the sport. I'm tremendously excited when I see her routine. It's crazy. It's exciting.
She did the Swan routine again that she did at the Arnold Classic, but I mean, the audience just...
And her physique improves.
I cry when I watch her routine.
I know you do.
Sap.
You cry over a lot of things.
I do. I release my my pent-up emotions when I watch these routines.
I cry when we have issues with getting in, the seats that we need. But go ahead.
But I will say that I have to thank Jim Mannion because he really stuck his neck out for me this weekend, and he's a true good guy.
I want to thank Jay Cutler for the hat.
I like the hat.
I saw Jay. You want to do it one more time? You got any gas in the tank? And I'm hearing that Trump, if elected, may recruit Jay in some part of
vice president.
No, I think it's
Secretary. I think Arnold will be vice president. Jay will be Secretary of Defense.
No, it's Secretary of Commerce.
There you go.
Money. Right. Dexter wanted to be, but he didn't know how it works. He just knows that he's loaded with money.
He just wants to collect the money. And that was it. We got the men's finals tonight. All the excitement. We'll see who will be crowned the next Mr. Olympia, or if Phil Heath will defend and become a 5-time Olympia. For now, I'm Dave Palumbo with Chris the Technician Aceto for RxMuscle.com.